EF2 tornado tears through Morris County, destroying the homes of dozens of families. And the twister also ripped hundreds of trees out of the ground and severely damaged a church ground where hundreds of people were taking cover. Today, we bring you the story of one of those survivors who says faith is what shielded her in this storm. KETK's Rachel Davis met with her today and is here now to share her story. Rachel.
Isaac, last week's tornado caused major damage all over East Texas with 4 confirmed tornadoes in different counties. In the middle of those destructive tornadoes set a church ground filled with women singing and praising their way through the worst of the weather.
Talk about seeing the power of God happening. Our theme for the weekend was Rejoice in the Lord always.
Andrea Franzese drove in from Pittsburgh Friday and checked into the Northeast Texas Tres Dias Women's Weekend at Lakeview Baptist Assembly Church campgrounds.
About 100 people there, and we have no phones or watches it's a cloistered weekend.
A weekend which turned out to be completely different than what Franzese expected. Later that day, the weather started to take a turn for the worse, and the women were informed of the inclement weather.
You could feel the tornado get closer. Some people were outside looking, and you could see the inflow and see the tornado form.
And while others sitting through severe storms and tornadoes might feel scared, Franzese said she felt a wave of calmness wash over her.
We were in that hallway just singing and praying. And honestly, there was no peace like that I have ever felt in my life, and I knew we were safe.
She felt they were protected by God, a feeling she says was confirmed once the storm had passed.
The parking lot was just destruction everywhere. Cars had been moved and crashed into each other.
More than half of the women's cars were damaged, and destroyed trees surrounded the building. But only the front entrance showed signs of the powerful winds.
They said that it looked like the tornado had split in two and went around the building,
protecting the women and retreat staff through the worst of the storms.
It was just an amazing feeling to know that the hand of God was just right there.
For Franzese, this showed even in times of fear, she can rejoice in her faith.
And again, I say rejoice. I don't know that we could have gotten a better lesson in that than what God gave us that weekend.
Unfortunately, the Women's Weekend was cut short, but clearly Franzese took away a life-changing lesson which will stay with her and other women for the rest of their lives. While the cleanup and recovery process is still underway in the city of Lone Star, the area is under an overnight curfew from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. In studio, Rachel Davis, KETK News.
Thank you, Rachel. And